You want healthy, glowing skin, but with all the products, trends, and conflicting advice, it's hard to know what actually works. I understand. I am Dr. Tina Meder, a former cardiologist and specialist in the skincare development and cosmetic safety expert. I've spent years studying the science of skin. Welcome to Meder Beauty podcast, where we uncover what really matters, break down the science, and give you real expert-backed skincare advice. Whether you're looking to achieve radiant, healthy skin, curious about anti-aging, or want to understand what's really in your product, you are in the right place. Rooted in science and the truth about what your skin actually needs, we'll have in-depth conversations with leading dermatologists, medical experts, and skincare brand founders to bring you the latest innovations, evidence-based insights, and industry secrets that truly make a difference. We are so happy you are here. So let's go. Here we are for the very first episode with guests. So welcome so much to the first guest episode and my Meder Beauty podcast. Thank you so much, Ange and Sharni, for coming. I am so happy that you accepted my invitation because I love so much what you are doing. And I really miss you guys. I love so much to visit Australia. And you are probably first Meder experts in Australia working in sunny Queensland.
Yes, we are definitely. Thank you so much for having us on. It's such a privilege and an honour. And we do try to position ourselves as the experts in Meder.
You are a real expert. Suppose share a bit about your background and what led you to become partners in Mia Bella Beauty Boutique.
It happened quite organically for me. I started in the beauty industry as a makeup artist and then wanted to learn how to, instead of putting makeup on people's skin and covering their skin up, learn how to help them solve all the weird and wonderful issues that people have with their skin and feel more comfortable just in their skin. So I moved into salons and I worked in the Mia Bella, the business we own now, for years, and it came up for sale, and we love our clientele here. We love our team. So we bought the business and the rest is history.
Yeah, we just realised we were as crazy as each other.
Oh my God, that was such a leap. How you took this?
We just like to take risks. That's probably the biggest thing, but it's worked out perfectly and we align really well. My entry into the industry was through spas, and I became skin obsessed because I'm a bit of an ingredient nerd. And as I've journeyed through my 23 years now in the industry, I've learned so much and it's evolving so quickly. And I'm just in awe of how well we're starting to understand skin and skin health. And then I was introduced to Meder and Mia Bella and Sharni. It was like perfect storm.
It worked really perfectly. And that's true. I feel also like the cosmetic science and the beauty industry, they did the quantum leap in the last years, because I started in the mid of 90s. And it's nothing to compare. It's like different eras.
It just went from nice smelling formulations to formulations that actually make transformations in the skin and in good quality skincare. The science behind it is amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. And look at you. You have so beautiful skin.
Even in our crazy Australian climate.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I've been planning to speak about it, because when first time I visited Australia, I visited Queensland in February. And when I checked out the ultraviolet index, it was 17. And in Britain, we have 3 or 5 days of 6 marks during the year. So for me, 17, it's not even the ultraviolet, it's cosmic radiation.
Yeah, definitely.
That's why I wanted to speak with you about the sun care.
How did you find that difference in your skin, or how your skin responded to the two extremes?
Actually, first thing responded to the Australian sun, not been my skin, they've been my sneakers, because I traveled to Australia via Singapore, I believe. And I bought the brand new, very black, like carbon black sneakers. And when I arrived, I checked the ultraviolet index. I just applied a lot of sunscreen on my face, and I repeated the application every 40 minutes, even not every 80 minutes. But we've been walking in the, in Nusa
Yes.
forest.
Yeah.
And after we took the small boat, and it was very nice excursion on the river by the boat,
Yeah.
literally at 8 a.m. That was the last time when I've seen my sneaker black. They're light gray. So
From the sun.
yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, my sunscreen worked, but I was so obsessed about it. I really applied like triple amount, like I normally apply in Europe, but I couldn't save my sneakers. So tell me more how you survive and how you help your client with the sun care. From your perspective, what makes your practice unique in Queensland?
So in regards to the sun in Queensland, we have to talk to people a lot about lifestyle as well when they come in to reduce pigmentation and sun damage and things like that. We put a lot of time into talking about wearing hats, wearing sunscreen, being mindful of the time of day you go out and do all your activities, the difference between morning sun and midday sun.
I
And
don't think a lot of our clients are aware of how extreme our UV index is because it's their lifestyle.
they're used to it. Yeah.
Yeah. And so,
Yeah, they've been born there, most of them.
Yeah.
Probably know anything else.
yeah.
Exactly.
So it's a general rule to be indoors between 10 and 2, but our UV index is up higher than that way before 10 a.m. And so a lot of people, I think, just take that as an advantage to get out in the sun early without sunscreen or sun protection. And I don't think our sun safety campaign really launched in Australia until the early 80s. We had our slip, slop, slap campaign. And yeah, so
What is it, slip, slop, slap? Tell us more, because I know what it is, but I suppose our European listener or American listener, they never heard about it.
I think it's slip on sunscreen, slap on a hat. What is it? Is it?
See, this is what we mean. It just works very well.
Yeah. Slip on a T-shirt, slap on a hat, slap on sunscreen. Yeah, I think that may be what it is.
Okay, that's a great refreshment of the memory, right?
Yeah. All I can remember is a crazy character pelican that wandered around putting sunscreen on. And I can remember as a child that my mum never really forced us to wear sunscreen until that campaign came out. And then she chased us around endlessly after that, trying to get us to cover up. And there were many childhood memories of me being so burnt I was blistered. And
really?
Yeah. I feel like all of us have suffered that consequence of the Australian sun.
I think it was quite common. And do you see some skin issue probably related to this childhood trauma amongst your clients?
Yeah, definitely. We were talking about that today, and it's a generational thing because I feel like the new generation, the younger generation, are being very aware of their skin health and sun safety.
There's more education on TikTok and Instagram, and they're a lot more educated, I think, thankfully.
It's a great thing about socials. Finally, they're educational.
But because our demographic is generally women in their 50s and 60s, they were the sun bunnies that cooked themselves in coconut oil and enjoyed being tanned and golden brown all through their youth.
And what are the most common skin concerns in your clinics? Very probably they related to the sun damage.
Pigmentation, that would be more so even than people coming in for concern about fine line and wrinkles.
Premature aging is a huge thing here, though.
Yeah,
definitely. We're starting to see it early 40s or even late 30s with premature aging. Inflammation is huge as well. So
very dry skin,
leathery skin.
Hydrated,
definitely.
Yeah, leathery skin. So
yeah, the leathery pigmented skin, they go hand in hand. I'd say that would be probably our main clientele here, typical of being out in the Queensland sun all the time.
Did you notice some change of severity of these changes in the last years, or it is what it is?
No, I think it's pretty consistent along that demographic. But yeah, like we said, coming through the next generation, we're finding more and more that they're getting on top of those issues earlier rather than waiting until it's decades and decades upon damage that we're trying to fix and transform. And then even again, the next generation after that, almost so sun savvy that they do all the things, all the skincare, all the sunscreen, all the covering up. Yeah,
So
definitely.
probably in 20 years, we will see people with non-sun damaged skin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hope so.
And all looking like they're 20 when they're 40.
Yeah. Sounds like a bright future.
Yeah.
And what are the common myths, what stereotypes about sun care amongst your clients?
We have definitely one that is a reoccurring myth, which is sunscreen causes cancer. So a lot of our clients choose not to wear sunscreen for whatever reason, thinking that they're going to get cancer from wearing sunscreen.
Oh my God, that's so dangerous. And I think that's a recent one. I hear about it probably in the last couple of years. All this story about oxybenzone and paraaminobenzoic acid. And actually, for me, being a cosmetic safety expert, it's so controversial because, on one hand, partially, it's true that we are aware of these unwanted properties of these sun filters. Because that's true that they've been found in the biological liquids. They can be systemically absorbed by our body, which is not a good thing, despite we don't really know how harmful they can be potentially and what is the dosage to be harmful. But on another hand, as we discussed, skincare, sun care, they progress so much. We use less and less of these potentially harmful sun filters, and we have now a lot of new technology like silicone encapsulament and different things which help us to prevent this systemic absorption. In 80s and the beginning of 90s, sunscreens, they still have been protecting. It was useful, it was great, and people started to use them. But they've been much more irritating, even sometimes they've been photosensitizing, they've been potentially probably systemically absorbed, which doesn't change the fact that they help people to protect themselves. But now it's not even the second generation of sunscreens. It's like 10th generation of the sunscreen, and it's still work in progress. And I just don't get why this myth was born exactly in the last couple of years when everything became so much better, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And we have a lot of clients that say they react to sunscreens. And obviously, it's never a nice thing if you're outside and you're active and you're sweating and it gets in your eyes, or if you're at the beach and it's in your eyes, they definitely can sting a little bit.
The alternative is getting very burnt.
For me, actually, this paradox of reaction to the sunscreen, which became much more frequent in the last years, for me, it's not about the sunscreen. It's about the rising popularity of sensitizing skincare because it became so trendy, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely.
Anti-aging sunscreen now, it's literally, I don't know your experience, but I suppose because you work a lot with Medar product and we don't use any sensitizing ingredients, so maybe you see it a little bit less, but...
Oh, yeah, definitely less. But when people seek out our services, generally we find that they've for years and years used vitamin A products on top of each other, morning and night for a decade. And then their skin barrier is so impaired, we go back in and we repair and restore everything right from scratch before we can even start doing
reducing pigmentation, things like that. People overusing peels and things like that. And also in our hot sunny weather.
Yeah. And we're seeing a lot of post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation as well. Yeah.
I think that's probably the main thing, and people sensitize themselves. And actually all sunscreens, they're tested on the healthy skin. They're not tested on the skin after years of peels or years of retinol-based skincare. So that's so wise. I think it's so clever. Then you start from the barrier repair before you do something addressing wrinkles or anything.
Once we do our consultation, we quickly figure out that a lot of clients not only need lifestyle changes, but their skincare hasn't been suitable for them for a really long time. So we see a lot of rosacea as well. So impaired barriers are a huge thing. And generally, after a course of Meta, they're back on track and we can start treating their skin effectively again. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, so great to hear. I really love it. And what are the first sign of sun damage which people miss, in your opinion and by your experience?
I think potentially, definitely inflammation in what we see, and then very premature aging, dry skin, irritated skin,
Slight discoloration starts.
uneven skin tone. Absolutely. Yeah.
So when they see the signs, they should be aware, and hopefully they will come to see you, because when people start to see this uneven skin tone or some discomfort or skin dryness, that's logically they should look for help, probably after a few iterations when they're buying products from high street shops.
Yeah, and that's what we're starting to see people do earlier, which is good.
Yeah.
Early on in that process rather than waiting for too long. Yeah.
The understanding of quality product. There's no longer a stigma like about having to use 20 products to do everything in every part of your skin. I think people are really trying to understand now that good quality products you don't need as many of, and you're just using the right antioxidants and using the right products that's suitable to your skin type at that time. As you move through your years, that you should change your skincare, and you should definitely introduce new things when needed and not have them. We've seen girls come in with 20 serums that are all, hyaluronic acids and so many things. And we're just like, why are you using all this stuff? Your body naturally produces this.
And what you're doing, you're trying to transform yourself to the jellyfish. It's actually, it's funny, but at the same time, it's a bit tragic, right? Because when I see all this huge collection of stuff, I cannot stop myself from thinking then paradoxically, you can spend less of money, because it's crazy how much people spend to useless skincare. They probably cost 3 times less than professional skincare. But when you're buying dozens of them, it's still much more expensive.
Yes.
Absolutely. And that's another thing we love about Meta too, is like every product has a purpose. It's not repeated. It's just that one product does the one thing it needs to for the skin, and then you can collectively join them together in the sequence that's required, and you can have an effective skincare routine at home. It's simple. And
simplicity of the numbering system.
Clients love that.
As well.
Oh my God, I love to hear it so much, because sometimes people don't get it. I remember I've been discussing with the industry experts, and she's been like, oh my God, I love your numbers idea. It's so clever. It is an intensity of the product, right? The 1 is the weakest one, and the 7 is the strongest one. And I was like, oh my God, where you got this idea? No, it's just how we apply product. It is a professional logic of application. Yeah, I never thought about it. And for me, it's the daily journey to discover how people can get you wrong.
Yeah. It's so easy for us to explain. We don't have to write it down or let them know what they're using morning and night. Just numerically follow these numbers. And that's our whole skincare routine.
It was my whole idea, because before launching the brand, I was the head of international training of the big Swiss laboratory. My role was to visit 43 countries over the world, at least once a year, probably once in a couple of years. And in every country, I heard the same question: what I apply first? Serum or concentrate? I was like, oh my God, I should do something about it. Let's put the number so you know when you apply serum first.
Yeah, definitely.
Genius. Yeah, I'm really thinking, and I can say I'm dreaming about launch the sunscreen. But the sunscreen formulation, it is the most difficult thing. And technically, it's highly sophisticated formulation also, as my bar is pretty much high, because I'm obsessed with textures, I'm obsessed with the formulation. So I want to do something really unique, because there are many good sunscreens in the world.
Yeah.
What are your favorite? Can you share it with us?
I like Hamilton. Hamilton is one of my favorite sunscreens. Their face and body they've got like a tinted face sunscreen that's 50 plus, which I love. And my children are very pale, And every time that they use Hamilton in the family sense, they're never burnt. So, yeah, that's a big win for me.
It is an Australian made, right?
Yeah.
Because I didn't see it in Europe.
Yeah, no, it's an Aussie made brand. And I feel like because it's passed all of our TGA approvals and stuff like that, it's a high quality product and it doesn't sting your eyes. So that's a win.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Mine would probably be at the moment dermatologic pore screen creates a beautiful under skin. It's a lovely one to put on before makeup. It's good for sensitive skins.
It's possible to apply before makeup. It's great. It's really unique.
Yeah, it has a little tint in it too, doesn't it?
Slight tint. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also love tinted formulations because at least you see how you apply the product. Because I've seen a lot of clinical research about the application of sunscreen, and about 97% of people, they don't do it in the proper way. How you educate your client to apply sunscreen properly, or you don't need to do it because in Australia, everyone knows how to do it?
We bathe in it here.
We should, but we don't. And that's what we need to educate our clients.
Yeah.
So often people are using way too less on their face and then their décolletage, or they're not using it on their décolletage, if we're talking about face and décolletage, but a teaspoon each. And then if you're out in the sun having to reapply it, a lot of people, they put it on in the morning and that's that. They don't go reapplying during the day. Teaching and educating our clients to use more and reapply it more frequently is always a bit of an uphill battle.
Yeah. And I think just traveling to and from work too, people don't realize the harshness of the sun on the right side of their face. So we see a lot of damage more on one side of people's faces than the other.
Really like this famous picture.
Yes.
Yeah, just from
Absolutely. Yeah.
I think it takes something like it's all of 10 minutes before people actually start to burn when it's high UV index in Australia and Queensland sun. So it doesn't take long out in the sun before your skin is getting damaged.
You can definitely fry an egg on your car in some.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so intense.
It is. And the humidity sometimes too is equally as intense.
Especially in Queensland.
Yeah, we've got a lot of elements to tackle, I think, when it comes to skincare and trying to do effective transformations that are safe for our clients. That's probably the biggest thing. And I think a lot of people tend to jump straight to lasers and heavy hitting machines without actually restoring the barrier and making sure that it's safe, or that the client's even a great candidate to do the treatments on, basically. That's why Meta's like a really safe option for us. We get great results with brightening the skin and lifting pigmentation, especially for people who are wanting it quickly.
So let's discuss your go-to protocol. Let's imagine that someone in their 40s coming to your place, and it is a person who is desperate to looking for help. So the skin is sun damaged, dried, a lot of crinkles and pigmentation, what I see sometimes on your before photos, which you so kindly share with us. There's such a great result.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love your before and after photo because they're so impressive.
Yeah.
So what is your go-to protocol? First, I suppose you assess the damage, how you do it.
Our go-to protocol, as far as that particular skin type, would be our hydrophil treatment. I think would be one of the first ones we go in with. It'll be either hydrophil or Redipax are probably our two. If they have a very impaired barrier, we go in with the Redipax. But hydrophil is a brilliant all-rounder, especially if they're wanting to get that brightness and evening of their skin tone, the hydration, that plumping of the skin. That's something that they're always really looking for because their skin's so dry. I would say our hydrophil
I'd say that would be our most popular Meta skin treatment, the hydrophil.
Yeah, definitely. And we get the best results from that treatment as well.
Probably because it's so filling for the skin. It imbibes the skin with water.
And it helps just restoring that barrier. And so when we go in with the more advanced treatments like IPL and RF and the things that they're looking for anti-aging or pigmentation, we get much better results.
And how long it takes, because we just have regularly this discussion with beautician practice in America, in Netherlands, in Germany, in Ukraine, because As we all know, then our patients, our customers, sometimes they're so impatient. They're coming to your place and they're like, I want it now.
Yeah, absolutely. We customize it based on the client's ability to commit to the protocols, but generally we're very fortunate that once people commit to a meta treatment, they come in weekly for 6 weeks. So we're seeing them quite regularly, as well as them using their skincare at home. We educate them a lot on the fact that we're just treating their skin, the actual overall transformation. The skincare at home is where the heavy lifting is really done, having that consistency and that maintenance as well.
And in regards to timing, that's where we've got to be so careful to manage expectations with clients because everyone is so different. Everyone's lifestyle is so different. And it just takes as long as it takes. So we're careful to try and educate them every step of the way and let them know that it is a process.
Yeah, I think that there's a big understanding about lifestyle. Like, people just look superficially at their skin and think that's where the work is done. So we have a holistic approach to transformations for sure.
And do you give some advices on the food, diet, supplementation? What do you recommend?
Yeah, it's dependent on each client, basically. We see the biggest thing is obviously our perimenopausal, menopausal women that come through. And then a lot of that is anxiety and stress that causes a lot of inflammation in the skin. Definitely the essential fatty acids, antioxidants, like having a anti-inflammatory diet is huge. Lots and lots of water.
Sleep 7+ hours, even more for women.
Oh, easy to say, but so difficult to...
That 2 a.m. wake-up call is amazing. I love it personally.
But it happens all the time, like we're all human. And it's quite difficult. And I suppose in Australia it can be difficult as well because the sun is so intense. And so it can really trouble the circadian regulation of the skin, but also of the body.
And everyone's quite active as well. So like that active lifestyle also is a big contributing factor.
People are out and about and they're spending way more time in the sun.
What I loved about Australia is this outdoor style of living. It has obviously, it's a lot of bright side, but some dark side as well.
I was talking to a friend the other day and she was like, I have a European friend and she has beautiful skin and she's the same age as me and we just look so old. I was like, it's the sun.
It's a secret because it's all about the collagen as well and the skin barrier. And we can keep our collagen because collagen, it's so long-lasting protein. It can live on our skin up to 30 years. So in the theory, everything what was produced at 25 should stay in the skin until 55. The theory and the real life, they're so different, especially in Australia. And the sun rays, it's one of the few things which can destroy collagen directly. And I think it's so important to understand for the client because they're constantly looking for these collagen boosters. Actually, we don't need boosters. We need something to preserve collagen in our skin.
Yeah, definitely. And just being able to stimulate the collagen as well is really consistently. And I think that's something that our clients don't really understand, that the effectiveness of good skincare, that's what it can do.
I think that for me, the main challenge of the Australian skincare, it is this difficult balance. Because yes, you want to stimulate the skin. And you feel like you need to stimulate the skin because literally everyone you meet on the street has a sun-damaged skin. You can see how skin is thinner and weaker and less resilient. So you want to do something about it. But literally all kinds of stimulation can be potentially photosensitizing. So it is a vicious circle. You stimulate more and you sensitize more, so you damage even more. And you need to stimulate even more. And laser, I know how popular laser treatment are in Australia. It's the gold standard.
Definitely. And we really pride ourselves on trying to do it safely. And now that we have the assistance of Luminoderm as well. Yeah.
So tell us more how you prepare your client for the efficient laser treatment and what you use to accompany the laser treatment to get it safely and efficiently?
We do IPL, we don't do laser, but with any of our advanced treatments, all of our clients are on a course of Meta before we do any further advanced treatments, because then we can guarantee that it's safe and it's going to be as effective as it can be. And home care, their home care script is huge for us that our clients take. Definitely with pigmentation, luminoderm is an essential. It's a non-negotiable as far as any of our pigmentation clients go.
So you just replace the moisturizers with luminoderm.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And we've had great success with our clients that are using it, and they continue to use it and maintain their results without having regular treatments. So that's amazing for our clinic and our clients. And then the energy serum is another huge one because it's packed with antioxidants and it's got the niacinamide in it. So helps with brightening. And yeah, I think that and our hydrophil concentrate. Yeah, that's pretty much our go-to for all our pigmentation clients.
So we go with, I just summarize it for everyone who are probably not very familiar with Meta, but you should be.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Obviously, you start with the cleanser first. If we're going through the whole script, number one.
Probiotic, prebiotics in the cleanser. We go for the full script after we use niacinamide-based antioxidant product, like our energy swan serum. And after we go for the brightening, so the skincare routine, minimalistic, 3 steps. Sometimes 4 if the skin is very dry. So we add hydrophil, which is hyaluronic acid based, like many of traditional hydrating products, but the difference of the hydrophils, and it's enriched with really unique probiotics and prebiotics, which stop malassezia.
Yeah. And Armalect is a huge popular concentrate for us as well.
I think it should work really well in Australia because the skin dryness is very much related with the microbiome changes. And when the skin is dry, because when the skin is oily, we all understand what happens. The cutibacterial magnus, it's overgrown on the skin, it's pro-inflammatory, we have all these acne elements, hyperkeratosis, everything. But with the dryness, it's only recently we understood what happens from the point of view of microbiome, and actually it's more about fungi than about bacteria. So that's my causes. Overgrown of malassezia furfurae, which causes flakiness and irritation, and this very specific pigmentation, because this dry skin pigmentation is brown and thick.
And we see a lot of absolutely.
It's kind of spots on the skin a little bit. That's one of the clients, she told me it's dragon scale.
And it's very much so. That's where the Enzy peel is effective.
That's one we need to exfoliate it. But when you offer professional treatments, it works well because you're already exfoliating the skin. But I agree with you, and you definitely need to use something highly hydrating on the daily basis. And it is impossible to visit the clinic on the daily basis. We will be happy to welcome people very much. You're welcome. But it's a little bit unrealistic, right?
Yeah, very realistic. We're really fortunate that after our clients experience one Meta treatment, it's so easy for them to go, I absolutely want to finish this protocol. And they commit to coming in weekly for these treatments. That's rare in itself that people commit to just a full comprehensive 6-week treatment with home care. And I love that they can still use the masks and all of the whole script at home. They can do their home facials and maintain, and then we can move them over to maintenance treatments. That's pretty much how most of our clients operate. And we get great transformations.
I think that's what makes your practice unique. Then you work in the real partnership with your clients, with your patients, right? They have this commitment because you have a commitment.
We just want them to look amazing.
And we get bad results too. We see them all the time, but we know that it takes commitment and time. So it's just over communicating that constantly with that client and keeping them on track.
I think we're very good at managing expectations, and very first treatment, we're always doing a before and after immediately. So they see those results in just that 1 hour period. that we can achieve. So
Progress shots are important because sometimes people can get a little bit sort of, is it working or is it not? And then you show them a before and after.
Yeah.
And it sets them back on track because they can see a difference.
Yeah, it's very objective, especially now with camera. And you're so good in photo because you are really one of the best one. Because I see how professionally you do it. It's really standardized.
yeah, we definitely make sure we stand in the same place.
Yeah, the light is the same.
Same lighting.
Got it down to a fine art.
Yeah.
Because it's very often when I see this before and after photo, it's so funny because people look like really different on the before and after photo.
Yeah, and then cheating, different lighting and all that jazz. And so on. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that people notice is not so much what they're trying to address at the time, but the clearance in their skin, the fact that their skin tone is evened out in such a short period of time. And definitely with the hydration in the skin and the plumping of fine lines and wrinkles. And then they go home and they look at their face for a couple of days and they're impressed by, how the results last that little bit longer rather than having a beautiful luxury facial and walking out feeling amazing. But those results go within 24 hours and their skin returns to
Cinderella effect. You are waking up the next morning and you see exactly the same picture.
That's it.
Exactly.
It's a paradox of skincare, and it's very much about the sun care too, because on one hand, we really need this commitment from our clients, and we need this understanding that we cannot change the skin in 15 minutes because it is a living organ. It's like to say, okay, you have hepatitis. We can treat it in 15 minutes. Skin and liver, they're both living organs. So when you start the treatment, you don't expect to be liver treatment. Be efficient in one day. Same thing about the skin. But at the same time, we can show visual changes in the skin.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
I think you really found the way, and for all skin professionals who are listening to us now, please follow Mia Bella Skin Boutique on socials, on Instagram, because it's really with you pictures before and after, and with you tools of communication. That's a lot to learn from you, because you found the way to communicate it.
Yeah, we're always learning. We're always training and adapting.
We are
just trying to bring our clients the best of what this industry has to offer because it's so incredible how fast it's moving.
And can you give some advice for some practitioners who want to introduce Medera in the clinic, but who doubts and don't know how to start? How did you start? And it was so efficient from the very first months.
We were introduced to it from a trainer, and then I was fortunate enough to meet Leah, the meta distributor in Australia.
Oh, she's amazing. I love Leah.
Hilarious.
Yes.
And she's been a great support to us with our clinic.
I remember her coming in though and doing a facial on one of the girls. And it was again just that visual of before and after. And you could literally see the difference in the skin. And that sold us as a clinic. And that's the experience every client has when they're coming for a metafacial as well. They hop up and they look in the mirror and they can see and feel the difference almost immediately. Highly recommend it if you're thinking about it as a clinic owner. It's been brilliant for us, and it's so satisfying working with a brand where we know we're going to get results in the skin, and our clients are so happy with the work that we do.
And a brand where the founder is so ingrained in what we're doing. That's a nice, refreshing change.
We're just happy to find each other,
Yes.
I'm so happy when I see an amazing professional experts working with a brand, because when people ask me, can you name celebrities who love Medera? And for me, honestly, I am proud about skin practitioners because you are my celebrities. Because what celebrities knows about skincare and taking the new brand on board, I understand how difficult it is because you put your reputation in risk every time. And so it's a huge responsibility.
Absolutely. And the other unique point about the professional range is that it's single use. It's so easy for us to do a treatment. It's all laid out for us. It's numbered, and then we recycle it, and it's environmentally friendly and everything's
it's important.
Yeah, very much. Yeah.
And if you could recommend just one skin tips to every Aussie, what would it be?
One skin tip. Listen to your clinician.
Yeah, that's a great tip. And not only for Aussies, it's international tips. Listen to your clinician.
Yeah.
Mine would just be slapping on sunscreen in part of your daily routine, just habitual every single day. Sunscreen, that has to be a part of your routine. Yeah, because it's wild how many people where that isn't standard. Yeah.
I agree with you. That should be the kind of the reflex. It's like you brush your teeth, you apply sunscreens.
Yeah.
And even though it's winter now, it's still hot and sunny outside. So, it's all year round.
I remember I visited Australia a couple of times during the winter. It's very much like a British summer.
Yeah.
I just got back from Hamilton Island and I got a bit sun-kissed. You would have thought it was the middle of summer.
Yeah. So the sun is still intense. And I really hope that we can communicate it to our clients and they will be grateful. And sometimes the communication with clients, it's turned unexpectedly funny. What do you remember? Can you share some, I don't know, the best compliment that you got from your clients?
The best compliments. I'm sure you would remember when we held our event here, one of our clients shared her traveling to work with her meta mask on.
I remember, it was so funny.
So Brisbane's about an hour journey from here and she had a meeting or something. She had to be at the end and wanted nice dewy skin. So she put her meta mask on and drove the hour on the motorway down to Brisbane.
Thank God, I cannot imagine people who...
She didn't cause an accident. But at the end, she had beautiful dewy skin.
She did.
Hydrated skin, yeah.
So at the end, it's worth it. It's really funny because skincare, it's such a big part of our life. It's literally became our life, right? Sometimes people ask me about it, and I have the same question for you. If you weren't in the skincare, what do you think you'd be doing? Do you have some alternative scenario of your life?
I'd love to be an artist, actually.
Oh, yeah, I can see you as an artist.
Beyonce's backup dancer.
Oh, Beyonce's backup dancer. One of the two.
And I'll probably be the surfing instructor somewhere in Brisbane. If I will not be in the skincare, probably I will find a way to Australia. But we will still use skincare, right? Artists or surfers or whatever we are, we should use skincare.
Definitely. If you weren't a practitioner, what would you be apart from a surfing instructor?
I don't know, because I've been so much into swimming during my young age. So my first dream was to become a swimming trainer. And after I like to be a chemist. And I found my way to the laboratory. Despite I didn't become a chemist, I became a doctor. But anyway, I think skincare, it's a little bit, sometimes it just feels like a destiny. There are so many people who are coming in the industry, but there's so few of them who stay in the industry for 23 years, like you, Ange. It's such a huge career, and you're not bored, right?
No, I'm not bored. Not at all.
We still love what we do every single day. It's so nice to make people feel happy in their own skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. And I feel like the interest in people, I think that's what keeps me passionate about this industry as well. So we have such a beautiful community within our clinic. And I think that drives us a lot to work really hard for our clients to make them comfortable naturally in their own skin, because a lot of them are looking for that now. Yeah.
I think that's a secret of professional happiness. You create a loving community, you can help people every day working, and it's such a huge pleasure. It's really probably the happiest profession in the whole world.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, for too. We're inspired every day by our clients. They're just incredible women and people. And we go on a lot of journeys with them, that's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and especially when you can offer something which you know will help people, it's really change everything. So come to our profession.
Yes.
Become skin practitioners, become skin therapists.
We welcome you with open arms.
And actually we are not in the beauty industry among skin practitioners, it's not hard feelings
Yeah.
amongst us because we have this real sisterhood.
We've had such a beautiful group of women that have assisted us since taking over the business. Like Leah is one of them from Meta, and trainers and other practitioners. And we've had such a great support network. And obviously yourself, we're really grateful.
Because what is strong.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Thank you so much for accepting my invitation. I enjoyed our conversation so much. And everyone who listened to us, please follow Mia Bella Skin Boutique socials. Follow what Ange and Sharni do in their professional journey because it's really interesting and there's a lot of things to learn from you. So
Thank you so much for being who you are. Yeah, we're very grateful. Thank you for inviting us on as your first guest.
thank you for joining us today on the Mother Beauty podcast. If you found this helpful, be sure to subscribe so you never miss an expert skincare tip. Have a question or topic you'd like for me to cover? Send me a message at podcast@motherbeauty.com and let's keep the conversation going. Also, you can visit motherbeauty.com and discover Mother Skincare, which I created. And if you enjoyed the show, I'd love if you left a review. It helps others find the podcast and keeps us growing. Until next time, stay healthy, stay glowing, and take care of your skin.